But he's always stayed in pretty good shape.
So what year would you say you got this doll? Well, I mean, give me a guess.
I don't know how to guess it even.
Were you a teenager yet, you think?
Oh my, no.
Well, then we're getting close. Do you suppose you were 6?
Maybe 6. Maybe close. I could have been 8 and Gladys 6 or so. I don't
So
know.
around 1915 to 1920.
Yeah, in
he
there
was
somewhere.
new.
In there somewhere we got him. Of course, Alice put new shoes on and things. I don't, if I remember right, it looks like one toe got chewed a little. I think it was a dog or something chewed the toe. That's,
Did you give him a name? Had you named him, Mother, or you don't
no, I
remember
just called him
playing
the boy doll. I never had a name for it.
6-year-olds are real creative.
So I don't remember. But Bertha, that was her original name. Then I named her Bertha. So I remembered Bertha. I remembered that much.
What
But
was
those are real nice clothes, beautiful clothes. When Alice came one day, we were talking, I guess I talked on the telephone about it, and she talked about she was going to bring her mother's doll that she had been making clothes for. So she brought it out and showed me, and then I showed her these dolls. And she wanted to get some clothes, and we went upstairs in my box of stuff and got some material that was Grandma Slusser's, my grandmother. And the little green, little green velvet, I made Ruth a dress out of that.
Oh, that's the same one?
That's her dress. We have some pictures of her in this dress. How old were you then? You were in school, were you, when you wore that? I don't believe you were in school when I made that for you. She hasn't had a velvet dress, and so this is the green velvet dress. So, I guess that's all. And I think Alice needs a hand for making them. But we should say on this that you tell Alice, you tell Ruth what you would like. She said this was going to be my Christmas present, but she has one thing.
She has a
request. And I said it was going to have to be up to Ruth to say whether that request.
I told her that I would like to have the dolls when Bea was ready to part with them. And she said, well, now you got to work that out with Ruth, now that Ruth has a little girl. And I said, well, I'd be glad to see that Rachel got the dolls when Rachel was old enough to appreciate the dolls.
We're leaving now.
This is so reminiscent. You guys, you know what I thought
There's
of?
so many pictures of everybody, leaving
Oh,
and going out to the cars.
Having coats on. You know what?
Hey, let me come in from the other.
You know what else I thought, you guys? The battery's going to clock out and we're going to have a picture.
Alice, what was that record she was holding? Who was it?
Oh, it's Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow.
Oh, that's right, and it looks like a guy's head. Do you remember that one, Alice? There's a goodbye picture in the kitchen. You're all together, and she's holding a Barry Manilow album, and it's a great big. The thing I remember, coming up here, I thought, all I could think about was I should have a gift, but we never gave gifts before Christmas.
That's
Remember,
right,
it was like
Easter.
June or May.
Oh, we thought we got Easter presents.
Yes, yes. It was like there was always another gift in Columbus waiting for us if we could just get there and get it. As much as Dad liked to drive, I don't know why we didn't go on Christmas, Mother.
I don't know.
Well, because you kids were here and Christmas was here with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, sure. I mean, oh, of course.
We used to go Thanksgiving.
But I can imagine we'd go the day.
Do you have a picture of her holding the dolls and rocking?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I imagine I used to rock them.
She rocks everybody, yeah.
Yeah,
So.
she rocks
I rocked enough
everybody.
of the kids, I guess. They got
Well,
rocked
you know,
enough.
I learned how to sew
That's enough for
making
me.
doll clothes. So it's just reminiscent of some of my fondest, most tender memories, learning how to sew.
Wow.
It's just sort of reborn again, sewing for the dolls.
Yeah.
It just was fun.
Okay, Dan, I think I'm losing battery power. Tell
Okay.
us what you're doing. Where do you live?
I live in Pflugerville, Texas.
Was
I
that
write
close
computer
to?
programs close to Austin.
You run them, or what did you say?
I write programs.
Oh, you're
I'm a
writing.
computer programmer now.
You're not doing chemical stuff
No,
anymore? or-
I panned that about 4 years ago. I'm now a programmer. I've been doing that and I absolutely love it.
Really?
The right thing for me to be doing.
Oh,
yeah.
you love it. All I could think about was you and your ink and dye. Wasn't that when you
Yeah,
when you
when I was
first
co-oping.
co-oping, you were into
Yeah,
inks, and I
yeah,
thought, oh, that
doing
would
all that stuff.
get
Now
messy.
I'm Ms. Computer Programmer.
Tell us about your house. Are you making drapes and all sorts
Oh,
of things? Or
I made
that's
all
done?
those drapes, years ago. I've had the house for 7.5 years now.
Really, that long?
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah, I'm getting ready to xeriscape the backyard, which is take out all the grass and put in native plants and not have any grass or anything like that in there. Just have all kinds of native plants that don't take any water.
Oh wow!
And
That
I'm
means
really
cactus,
anxious to get started
right?
that. No, actually not.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of native plants, wildflowers and shrubs and stuff. They're not cactus, but they're very drought tolerant.
Would you have sand or gravel?
No, we have caliche,
Yeah?
which is limestone, rock, and kind of a clay mixture, and it's miserable to dig in. And you know, if you want to plant the exotics, then you have to bring in dirt and you build raised beds. But the native stuff, it loves it. I mean, I get down this far below the ground, and I more or less hit solid rock and chip away at it if I want to plant a tree.
But didn't you bring in a lawn kind of for the front yard?
Yeah, well, they sodded my front yard, and I seeded the backyard, and I decided I'm tired of that.
Oh, that's funny.
They had some award-winning homes in
Ooh.
Austin, and so it got me all inspired this fall to do that. So that's my spring project.
And you're in a sport, aren't you?
Volleyball.
I thought you played volleyball.
Oh, yes. All the time. I love it.
Ah, now is that like what, a town intramural thing, or?
Yeah, City League. Play with women. I have a women's team. I'm a captain. And we're terrible. We lose most of our games, but we're getting better and we have fun doing it.
But
And
playing
that's
volleyball?
silly.
Yeah.
And you keep injuring yourself playing volleyball.
Well, it's been over a year
Since you did what?
since I broke my wrist.
Ah.
And I sprained my ankle that year too. I had both.
Do you remember when she was up here one
torn
Christmas when
ligaments
these
in my
guys were
thumb.
small
Oh,
and she had a
yeah.
cast on
That
her
was only
hand?
torn ligaments.
Well,
That was a
from
volleyball injury
volleyball.
too.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
volleyball.
watch out.
Come on,
Joel.
Rachel, don't climb the tree.
And then about the singing.
Singing the Austin Civic Chorus. I've been in that for 4 years, and just loads of fun. I wish I found out about it earlier.
Are you doing skydiving yet?
Just that once.
Oh. I bet there's one mother in Columbus who is breathing easier since it was
Well,
just
I'm glad
one.
that one
Well,
mother
she
in
didn't know
Columbus-
about it
yeah.
beforehand
Oh,
either.
oh, that
She was only told about it after the fact. I thought she'd take it better that way.
Did you give us some reactions to skydiving?
It was great. I'd love to do it again.
Serious?
Yes. Oh, it was so neat being able to float down there. You know, there's really, it's quiet, it's peaceful, and you're just floating in there in the air and just looking around. You can see
And then when does the
everything.
last minute come when you have to pull the thing and you wonder if it'll come out? Or?
Oh no, that part was, it was a